Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to build this web page here using only HTML and CSS and also the responsive version, okay, for tablets like you can see here, and for mobile phones. We're going to adapt the page to these two resolutions, okay? So if you like this video, if you learned something with me, please press the like button and also subscribe to this channel. This helps me a lot. It helps me to spread my knowledge to more people and they will know more about web development. Okay, so before we start, we have to do a little setup, okay? And I will put this link here for this page into the description, okay? Because we need some images to build this project, and they are here in this folder here, okay? In the img folder, and you can download all the project code with this clicking this button here and pressing download zip, okay? So let's do this first setup before we start coding, okay? So I will open my VS Code. So here I am with my VS Code open in a blank folder, okay? And I will create an img folder. And what we need to do is grab those images that I showed to you and put them in this folder. I will do this right now, okay? So I have all my image, the image here. I just need to paste them. So now the images are in this folder. And after that, we're going to start with a minimal setup for our web project. We just need our index HTML and a styles.css for the styles of our project, okay? Here in the HTML, we need to link the CSS file. So we type exclamation mark and press tab, and VS Code creates this little setup for us, the required tags to run HTML on the browser, okay? And we can type link column CSS and press tab again. Now we have the link tag for the CSS file. We just need to write the correct name for the styles file, okay? And you can see if all we did here went correctly. So we create an h1 tag here first, and let's test the CSS integration by adding a rule here to change the h1 color. And let's open this file. I will open with the live server extension, but you can use anything you like. You can simply put this file on your browser, okay? So here we have the project is open. So now we can start, okay? But before that, I want to recommend you my HTML and CSS complete course, okay? This course is at Udemy. You can grab with a special offer just by clicking in the link in the description. So it's a course that have more than 13 hours of HTML and CSS content, and also a lot of projects here to you build your portfolio, okay? So if you learn something with this project that we are going to build now, probably you're going to learn a lot more by doing this course, okay? So I wait you there to share my knowledge with you, okay? So let's begin here. First, we can choose the path that we're going to use to create our web project, okay? We have basically two ways. We can write out the HTML and after that write out the CSS, okay? But here I will mix these approaches, okay? I will do a little HTML and after that a little lines of CSS. So this will be a better approach to teach you how to build this page, okay? So also we need to do one more thing, you can go here in the same link that you got the image, okay, and click the HTML file and just copy this link tag here. This is necessary for our icons. Like you can see, we have a lot of icons on this project, so we are going to use the font awesome package for this. So just copy this link tag here and paste before the CSS tag. Okay, so now we are good to go. And here I will put the browser side by side with the editor to give you a better visualization. Okay, so now we can start here by changing our title to refer to our product. Okay, so I will write the name of the store, text store, and add also the name of the product, Bluetooth headphones. And here we are going to have two main divisions. Okay, one is for the menu and the other one is for the content. So I will add a header tag. We use it for semantic purpose to create the header content of our page. And also for the content we have the main tag. It is also a semantic tag that we use to put the main content of the page. Okay, so I will just add a little h1 here to mark that part of our HTML. Okay, but we are going to work here on the header. So here we are going to have a div with a class of top bar, that inside this div we'll have another 3 divs. Okay, one for the logo and the other one for our links here, as you can see. So our menu is a little messed up because I haven't done the adjustments for this resolution here. Okay, but as you can see, we have 3 main divisions here: the logo, the links, and this search bar. So we can achieve this by creating a div with the logo class, and here I will add the image, so we can grab the logo PNG image, and here we can add alt attribute describing our image. So this is the logo of our company, so we can describe as text store logo. Okay, and after that we have the name of the store, text store, in a h1 tag. Okay, the next division is a nav tag, so also a semantic tag that we use to add nav bars. Okay, and inside this tag we have a lot of 8 tags that lead us to another pages, but in this project we just have one page, so we are going to write inside the href attributes these hashtags just to start the work, but I will leave it for you to create more pages of this project. Okay, so we have like another categories here, like computers, TVs, accessories, and also the promotions category. So as we save here, you can see that the page is updating the elements. Okay, and just to end the top bar, we have the last element, that is another div, the class of user options, and here we have a link that leads the users to a login page or a registered page, depending on if they have or not, or don't have an account. Okay, but also in this link we have our first icon. Okay, as you can see, it's a little user icon here. So how can we add icons with the font awesome package that we add here? We need to add an I tag. Okay, so this is a requirement of this library, and we add 2 another classes. One is to start the package on this tag. Okay, FAS, and the other one is the tag that represents the icon. So it will be different when we use different icons. So here in this case, we have the FA user. So it will create a user icon here, as you can see. So we are going to use it a lot, and it will be almost the same thing in all of the icons, but this second class here is what we change to change the icon. Okay, so after the login link, we have an input that the users will use to search for something in our website. So we are going to add a placeholder attribute just to give them a tip about how they can use that input. So they will use to search products. Okay, and after that we have another icon. So I tag, FAS class, and FA dash search class. So this creates this lens icon. Okay, so now we have all the elements that we need to our navbar, and we can create some CSS here. So first, what we're going to add here, I like to add some styles to all the elements. It's called a reset CSS. Okay, so in most of the projects you are going to have common styles to a bunch of text, and here in this first area, the area is often used to add this global CSS. Okay, so I will add a comment here to go with the text of global styles. Okay, and first we change the font family of all elements inside the body tag to Helvetica. Okay, and I will add a background color of 121212. Okay, it's like a black color. Okay, and for the text we add a gray color, E0 E0 E0, and we remove all the margin and the padding of the elements. So this is our reset for all the elements. For the I tag elements, all the icons, we're going to give a spacing to the right side because they are often used before a text, so we give a space between the text and the icon. And all the inputs will have the rule of box sizing border box. This will make the inputs respect the width that we gave to them, because some inputs work differently on how they behave to the width tag. Okay, so when we define the width of the inputs, they can be different. So with this rule, we guarantee that all the inputs will have the width that we defined. Okay, so also in the UL tags, the lists, we're going to remove all the padding. So now we have all the global styles that we need, and we can style the navbar. So now we can add the styles to the header. No, first we are going to change the background of the header because it will differentiate from all the background of our website. So we can give 1E, 1E, 1E to the background color. Okay, and now we go to the top bar. Here we're going to set max width of 1200 pixels because it will limit the width of our page, so we can have the content centered. Okay, but when we do this, all the content goes to the left, and we can center it adding a margin of 0 auto. So now if we increase the size here of our page, you can see that the content is centered. Okay, we just need to center the elements inside the content, but our div here, our top bar, is centered. So let's continue, Here I will add a display of flags, so the elements will be aligned and will be side by side, but now we need to center them vertically, and we can do this with align items center. And by the way, we have a tutorial about Flexbox here in this channel. You can watch this video before this one, okay? You're going to learn a lot about Flex, okay? Here I will just explain a little about this resource, but we have this complete tutorial for you to learn all the rules that you can apply with Flex. I also will space the elements with the justify content space between. So now they are centered by the vertical axis, and also we have the icon on the left, the links in the middle, and the login button and the search bar on the right. Okay. I will also add flags to logo, and now we need to center them vertically with align item center, and I also will give a space between the logo and the text with gap 10 pixels. So now we have a space between the items. The logo image, we're going to resize it to the width to 40 pixels, okay? And also the nav items will have a display of flags. We can space the items with gap 10 pixels. So as you can see, now we're changing here these items. So we need to add styles to the links. So the links are kind of orange, like the logo here. We can give this color to them with FFA500, okay? And I also will remove the underline with text decoration none. I will increase the font thickness with font weight bold, and we're going to have a hover effect on these links, so I will add a transition of 0.3 seconds. The hover will change the colors, so we add the pseudo selector hover, and color will be a variation of that orange. We can add E69500. As you can see, it just changes a little, okay? To end the navbar, we're going to add styles to the user options. That is this div here. So here we have the same thing that we added in logo here. You can copy and paste, but the spacing will be graded. We can set to 15 pixels. So here the link will be white, so we can apply color FF to the links here inside user options. And I also need to remove the text decoration. So set the rule to null. Now to style the input, we need to add a little padding, so the text will not be close to the border, so it gives a better visualization of the input. We're going to add a border radius of 5 pixels, and also a border. We're going to change its border to 1 pixel solid and the origin that we are using to this project. Okay, and after that we just need to, and now we have ended this area. Okay, so the next step is the main area, but I will add some rules with media carry to give a better visualization of this header section. So here I have the responsiveness, and we can add the media max width 1024 pixels, so this resolution matches with this size here, so it is less than this number of pixels here. So everything that we add here will be applied to our screen. So what we need to do here is need to change the top bar to the flex direction of column. So now the items are not more side by side, they are in this column layout. So we just need to add some spacing between them with gap 15 pixels and a little padding and some padding like 20 pixels to give more spacing between the nav bar of the browser and also the main content here. So let's remove the logo h1 margin. So now the items have the same spacing, okay? And now we can see the elements, and they are not like this in the complete example. So it looks better than that one. Like I said to you, I did make the adjustments for this resolution, but now we are doing this in our project. Okay, so now we can go back to the HTML and add the tags that we need to give life to the main content of our e-commerce webpage. Okay, so let's go. So here, guys, in the main content, we have a div, okay, that we're going to give a class of product details, and also in this main tag we can write a class of container to give some styles to it. Okay, so this product details is divided by two areas: the image, product image, and the product info area. Okay, so here I will add a div of product gallery, and below that I will have a div with the product info class. Okay, so here we're going to have things like the price or the title and all the informations about the product. And here we have all the images. So first we're going to add the image, the bigger image. So we have this headphones cover here, and we can add the alt attribute. So I will add text of Bluetooth headphones, and here I will have another div for this small image here, because they will behave differently than this one. So I will add a div with a class of gallery thumbnails, and here I will have 3 images. So headphones 1, and here in the alt we can put like this: details 1, details 2, and details 3. So here I have 2 and 3. Okay, so I think we can add some styles. Okay, and then we go back here to HTML. So let's continue here in this section that I called main, and let's add some styles about the container, on the container div, and in the product gallery. So the container will behave similar than this top bar here, so we can get the styles. We can add here in the container class these styles of width to limit the width like the header, so they will have the same width. Okay, and we can erase that and add a padding of 20 pixels. So it will be something like this. This is what we need, so they have the same width like you can see here. And now we go to the product details. So here we have a display of flags because we need the info be in the same row of the gallery. Okay, and also a gap of 40 pixels between them. And now we go to the product gallery. Okay, and here I'm going to add to the product gallery a flex of 1. Okay, so this rule will be responsible to the width of this column here, the image column. We're going to have another rule for the other column when we get there. Okay, so now the image, all the images of the gallery will have width 100%, so they will be responsive. Okay, they will adjust to the area that they have, and also a border radius of 10. Moving to the thumbnails, gallery thumbnails, we also have a display of flags. So now the image can be side by side, like you are seeing here. But here we need to resize the image after that. Let's just add a gap to have a space between them, and also margin top of 15 pixels to give a space between the image, the bigger image here. Okay, so now we go to the small image, and here we add a width of 60 pixels. Okay, and also cursor pointer, because in a real website or in a website with JavaScript, we should have an event to change the product color just by clicking on the image. So it's like we need to have an action here. So I am adding the cursor pointer so the user can see, or the customer can see, that he can click here. Something gonna happen. Okay, so also I will add a border, a transparent border, because in the hover effect that we're gonna have here, I will change the border color. So if we have this rule, the element will not flick when we add the the border of the hovered image. Okay, and just add a transition of 3 seconds, and now we get the same selector and add a hover here. We just need to change the border color. So here we change to our main orange FFA 500. So as you can see, we have here the hover effect. So now we end the gallery styles, and we can go to the product info area. But first we need to add the elements that needs to be here in this div. Okay, so here we can erase this h1. Okay, so let's first add the product path, that is also called breadcrumbs, this element here. Okay, so we can add a paragraph with product path class, and we need an icon. Okay, so FAS FA chevron dash right, and below that we add the text. So technology slash headphones head slash wireless, and after the paragraph of the breadcrumbs we have the name of the product. So Bluetooth headphones black, that is the product color. Okay, and we also have a paragraph for the price, so we add a price class. We can add the price of the product here. Okay, so now we are going to write the reviews, so we need also a paragraph with a class of rating, and here I need to add 4 complete stars and this half star here. Okay, this half filled star. And we can do this adding an icon of FAS FA star. We copy and paste this 4 times, and the last one, the 5th star, we can add the class of star half alt. So if we save, as you can see, we have the same effect that our example here. We can add the 45 reviews, and now we are going to add the product options, a div with product options class, and here we have a way to select the color with a select input. As you can see, and the input for the quantity. So here we add a label for the color input, and here the select input with the name and ID color. So we use the name to communicate with our backend server, okay? So this is how we can get the value that the user have chosen in the backend, okay? When we are going to process this order. So the options are black. We also have white and the gray font. Okay. So after that we have the quantity input. So label for quantity, and we add an input. I will set the type of number. The name and the ID will be quantity. And after this div of product options, we have a div for the buttons. So div buttons, and we have two buttons here. They both have icons, so we can create the button tag with the add to cart class and the icon tag of FA shopping cart, and the text of add to cart. So we can copy this button here and just change the classes to add to wishlist, and the icon class FA heart, and the text to add to wishlist. So here are the buttons. Here I spelled wrong. Okay. And after the buttons div, we have a paragraph delivery that has a text of the estimated delivery. So we write here, check our terms and conditions. Okay. So I forgot here the product description. Okay, you can grab this description here in the HTML text. Okay, so it's below the reviews. We need a paragraph of product description, and we add this text to it. So we finish the product info, and also we need here inside the main tag, okay, but outside the other divs, another element for the product specs. So we can add this after we finish this CSS here. So let's go now to the product info, okay, and here I will also add a flex one. So now these two divisions, these two columns that we have here, we have the same width, okay. We are going to add the same styles to the product path and the product code that I also forgot here. After the title, we have the product code, so we can go back there and add a paragraph of product code, so we can type some ID here, okay, that will be our product code. These elements have the same styles of font size .9 RAM and color 777 and a margin bottom of 10 pixels. So we apply the styles to this element and this here, and now we go for the product info H2. Here we can change the color to E0, 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 okay, light gray color, and we increase the font size to 2.5 RAM, and also we add a margin of 10 pixels 0, okay. So now the price, we also increase the font size to 2 around, and color will be our orange here that we are using all over the project, and also the same margin as the title. In the ratings, we have kind of a green color, so color 81 C784, and a font size of 1.2 around. So after the rating, we have the product description, and this element here has a font size of 1 rm, and we increase the line height so users can read better this text, because it's a longer text with multiple lines. So it's a good practice to increase the line height, and also different color of B0, B0, B0. After that, a margin bottom of 20 pixels. Okay, so now we have the styles for the product options, the inputs and the buttons. So here first I will add to product options, the main div of this section, a margin of 20 pixels on top and bottom, and 0 in the sides. Okay, color and quantity inputs will have a width of 100 pixels. Okay, and the labels of those inputs have a font weight of bold, and also a display of blocks, so they will be block elements now, and they change the inputs to the other line, as you can see here. Okay, we also add a margin top of 10 pixels on these labels, and in the select input and in the input we have some common rules. Okay, so first we add a padding of 10 pixels, a margin top of 5 pixels, and a border of 1 pixel solid 333. So they will be like this. We can give them a border radius of 5 pixels. So all the elements of our layout have this radius, border radius, so we need to keep adding in the other elements. Okay, now we have the buttons, and for the buttons we add a display flex class to the buttons parent elements. Okay, and also a gap of 15 pixels to have a space between them. Now to the add to cart button and to add to wish list button, we have common rules. So first, a padding of 15 pixels in top and bottom sides, and 30 pixels on the sides, a background color of 1E, 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 a color of FFF, white. We remove the border, and also we add a cursor pointer, because they have the action to add to cart or to add to the wish list. So we need to warn the user of these possible actions. Okay, border radius of 5 pixels and a transition of 0.5 seconds for the hover effect. So we add the hover to the add to cart button. This just changed the background color to 388E3C. So as you can see, we have the effect. Okay, and the add to wish list button has some rules that are applied just for this button. We have a border of 2 pixels solid FFA 500 and a color with the same value. So they are different, and also the hover effect is different. Here we have a change of background color to 1E, 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 and also a change of color to white. So now we have the two effects applied to the buttons of our layout, okay? And now to the deliver section, we just need to apply a margin top of 20 pixels, a color of 777, and a font size of 0.9 rem, okay? Also forgot the icon here. We can add, it's a truck icon. Here, I with the class FAS, FA truck. Oh, sorry. Now we have the icon, okay? And to end the HTML, we need to add the specs of the product. So we have a div with product specs class, UL here with the class of tabs, with 3 elements inside. The 3 elements have icons, so iTag, FAS, FA, info circle, and the text of details. We can copy and paste 2 times these elements, change the icon, the second icon to FA undo, the text of return, the third one FA shipping fast, and the text to delivery. So as you can see, we are adding these styles to these elements here, okay? So we continue here and we add the informations. So a div with specs content and another div with 3 paragraphs inside. All the paragraphs have strong tags with the title of the text, and here we have the value. So I have some code for the SKU and more 3 lines. The second one is about the external material. The third one about the battery life. The fourth, connectivity. We also change the values, ABS, plastic, up to 20 hours, and the last, Bluetooth 5. Okay, so now we have the elements that we need. We go back to the CSS and we can style the tabs section. The tab section, we have the tabs element style with display flags, a space between them of 30 pixels with the rule of gap. We remove this style to none. So we remove those white circles here. And also we add a border bottom of 2 pixels solid 333, a padding of 20 pixels, and a margin bottom of 20 pixels. So here we also have a margin top 0. And in this product specs, I forgot to add, we have a background here of 1E, 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 a padding of 20 pixels, and a border radius of 10 pixels, like this. So we just need to add now the tabs li, a font weight bold, and if we add JavaScript here, we can change the content of the tabs, by clicking on this option. So I will add the cursor pointer to give an idea of action to our customers, and also change the font size to 777. Sorry, the color to 777. The specs content P, I'm going to have a color of B0, B0, B0. So now we have all the CSS that we need. So uh, we have ended our HTML and CSS. Okay, here I can set the value to 1 in this input here, so we have a starting value of 1, so it's better for the user, so it doesn't he or she doesn't need to type the value. Okay, and now just need to improve our responsiveness. So as you can see, for tablets it's almost okay, but for mobile phones we need some adjustments. So how can we do this? We go to the media query section here, and what we need to do is add to the product details a rule of flex direction column, so we change the orientation from row to column, so now they have a columnar layout, as you can see. And when we change to the font size, it is now almost okay, but we can add some rules here. I will just copy and add some rules below 425, okay. And I will also make the buttons a column, and the tab is li. I will reduce the font size here because the icons are going, because the text are below the icons. I want the side by side, so if we add a font size of 0.57 rm, now they can be like this, or we can increase by a little, so they are too small. Now it's okay. And here we need an S because it is buttons, not button. Now the buttons are bigger, so it's good for mobile phones. Okay, so now we have it, and we end our project, our Bluetooth headphone page. Okay guys, so hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something with this video, and if you do learn, please subscribe to this channel and also press the like button. This helps me a lot, helps me to share this content to more people so they also can learn contents like this. And like I said to you, I have more contents, more full courses here in this channel. You can watch that video that I talked to you a few minutes back ago. You can watch that Flexbox video now, okay? And also, if you want to learn more with me, you can get my HTML and CSS full course. The link is on this video description with a special offer. You can read about the course content, the students' reviews, okay? So you're going to see how much this course can help you. Okay guys, so this is it for today. Hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video. Bye bye.